Hola, hola. My name is Ramon, cosmetic chemist, esthetician, lover of all things self-care. And one of the things that's very specific to my brand is a quick, efficient morning routine. I'm always running late. I never really have time to do the most. That being said, my other brand is self-care, indulging in your skincare and really focusing on that ritual of pampering yourself, TLC around skincare. So while I always do my really quick morning get ready with me, today we're going to be doing my take your time, enjoy yourself, bask in the luxury of having the time to do the most morning routine. The whole objective of this is really just indulging in the sensory experience of your skincare, doing the most and taking the time to like pamper yourself and do a lot for your skin, and working time in to maybe do things like massaging or layering up extra steps in your skincare routine. Today's video is going to be done in collaboration with one of my favorite brands, Foreo. So when I get to that part of the video, it is going to be a hashtag ad. So you can see I am in my robe. Realistically, when I have time to do the most in the morning for my routine, it's generally weekends or like weekdays where like I don't have to do work, I don't have to do content till later in the day, and I'm just taking the time for myself. Music is playing. I usually have my coffee with me. You can see I am in my robe. We are post shower. So to get started, first of all, cleansing. Obviously, I don't cleanse a lot in the morning. I always explain why, but sometimes it's fun too. And I've really been enjoying like a full-on sensory cleanse in that it feels good and it smells good. Some of my favorites, obviously, Fenty Skin. This smells like tropical fruit, a nice rich lather that feels very plush on the skin. I've gone through, I think, 3 tubes of this in the last 2 years since it's launched. Love her. A recent fave is from Henriksen. This is their Truth Juice Daily Cleanser. This smells like orange juice to me. Also a really nice, gentle foaming cleanser. This one also has PHAs in it, but to me, it smells like OJ. I'm from Florida. I love a good like tart glass of orange juice in the morning. So I also love that kind of scent in my cleanser in the morning. But today I'm going to be going in with one of my other faves from Sunbum. This is their Daily Cleanser. I love the way Sunbum products smell, that like banana mixed with like vanilla and a little bit nut. It's very sweet, it's very indulgent, and I love it in their sunscreen, so I was super excited to see it in their cleanser as well. Do note I am filming this in my studio, not in the bathroom, so doing these kind of routines at my desk is always a little bit tricky. Let me get you zoomed in real quick. Also note, this robe is from H&M Home. I'll have the link below in the description box. So what's interesting about this cleanser specifically is that it's SLES free, so it uses more gentle coconut derived surfactants, and that being said, it still has a really nice foaming quality to it, and I basically feel like they designed the cleanser itself to be able to take off their water resistant sunscreens really nicely without leaving the skin horribly stripped. I do still think this might be better for more normal to oily skin types, but again, in the morning, I'm not doing the most long-term, most invasive cleanse. I'm really targeting it around my oily areas, so around my nose, under my forehead. That's it. So now we're cleansed, and I can go in with everything else, and for me, that is hydration, 1006%. But with this, you can really go in and really layer up that hydration. So to start off, I'm going to be going in with toners and essences. First off, I always love a good mist. The two that I've really been enjoying, and actually they're both almost empty, from BOH, this is their Panthenol Cica Blemish 90% Calming Mist. And then from Haruharu Wonder, this is their Black Bamboo Mist. And with these, it's as simple as you just mist it and you're good. Same thing with this. You can go in and pat those in if you want. I usually don't. I'll follow these up with maybe a more rich toner. Or if you really have the time, you really want to do the most, you really want to pamper yourself. And this is also a really good one if you're doing bridal preparation, particularly to help depuff. You take a sheet mask that you've had in the fridge for maybe the last 3 to 5 minutes so it's chilled. You take this and you lay it on your face. So you're getting the hydrating benefits of that sheet mask. Also, just to me, a sheet mask just screams TLC. And it's chilled, so it's helping to depuff a little bit, bring down maybe if you have some redness in the face. It's a step to get the skin hydrated. I'm not gonna do that today because I don't want to waste a sheet mask. So instead I'm gonna go in with, again, more hydration. I'm going in with a more rich but lightweight gel serum. This is from Purito. It's their Centella Green Level Buffet Serum. Something I've mentioned before is the fact that I love Purito products, but I specifically love their scented products. There's an unscented version of this that, I mean, it feels just as great, but the smell of this serum, it's like Earl Grey meets a little bit of lavender, and it just smells so good. And I know when I use the Purito unscented products, I just miss that extra sensory. So when I want to do a lot of TLC, I'm just layering products that smell really good. Do the smells always mix? No, but I don't care. Another recent favorite, and I bought this off Yastelle because I've been trying to use more Abib products. This is the Abib Okjuk Essence. I don't know why I bought this actually. I think it's because I was like, oh, I haven't seen like a lot of skincare from Abib aside from their super famous sun stick. And I bought this and another sunscreen from the brand. This is so interesting. You can see in the texture of it, it looks like a gel cream. Like there's body to it, and it's in no way a very thin, watery serum. I'd classify this as little bit more of like a lightweight gel cream serum. And it says essence, but I would actually say it's a serum. And I would see this as being a really good option for maybe if you have very dry skin, or for me right now, I just need to really layer up hydration because I'm on tretinoin. So I like to layer this up after my more lightweight products to really add extra hydration and make my skin feel not so tight. And the product in no way has any smell to it, so it doesn't have that sensory experience for smell, but it feels very rich and luxe on the skin. Like it has a nice velvety pillowiness to it, but it's not heavy. Your skin just feels hydrated and kind of tacky. So it feels like it's nicely prepped for the following steps, which I really do appreciate. It's not like an emulsion where it has an emollience to it. It kind of feels oily. It just feels nicely, richly hydrating. So like a thick, light gel moisturizer, if that makes any sense. Next, I'm going to be going in with an eye cream. In my opinion, eye creams, there's a time and a place. And I know even I've said this before, an eye cream can be very extra, especially for the fact that you can get moisturizers and just use them under your eye area. My tune has changed substantially in the last couple years, especially with eye creams specifically targeting skin concerns using particular actives that generally could be potentially irritating or sensitizing to certain skin types. Whereas in an eye cream, they can be formulated in a way, maybe encapsulation or something, to be a lot more gentle around the eye area. So you get the delivery of the ingredient in an effective way that's still gentle without irritating the potentially sensitive under eye area. This one from Glow Recipe is a good example of that, where they use encapsulated vitamin C derivatives. So it's very gentle. You also have like niacinamide and peptides and all that. And what I particularly appreciate about the product is the fact that it is a lightweight gel cream, so it sinks in without being too heavy and too emollient. I have oily skin, but very dry under eyes. So I do need that extra moisturization in the under eye area, but I don't like it to be overly greasy and overly slippy because then I feel like it affects the way that my concealer sits. So with that on the skin, let's get into the part of the video I'm doing in partnership with Foreo. We're gonna be talking about their Iris 2. So I always talk about how I love a skincare device. I think that they are the epitome of being extra and doing the most for the routine. But for me, that's also an element of self-care, which I really do appreciate. So what the Iris 2 is an eye massager. And how that works is basically, it helps to massage the eye area, it helps to work the product in, but more so it aids in lymphatic drainage, which in esthetician school is something that is very emphasized to aid in depuffing. And you don't have to use an eye massager necessarily, but the functionality of this, A, is again, extra, just pampering yourself, but B, again, it's not just necessarily for use around the eye area. The shape and the size of this aids in allowing you to use it all around the face as well. So how it works is you obviously push the on button, and you can see the head of this wiggles. And so with that, you move it and slide it along the under eye area and it aids in massaging. And you can see here that it has a plus and a minus button. And that basically increases or decreases the intensity of the sonic pulsations that Foreo products are known for. So it's kind of a dual function product. You get the pulsations as well as the little wiggle that's happening. Release the wiggle. And with that, you're getting massage. Also, if you push the button once after activating, it turns off the sonic pulsations. So the only thing going on is the massaging that's happening here at the head. So using it on the skin, we turn it on, and it feels like little finger taps basically. And going along the orbital bone, up through the temple, specifically here, it feels so good. I always have so much tension here and right here. And don't forget the eyelid area. We're going right along the brow bone. The other side. And again, that was with it on, with both the pulsations and the massaging. You don't have to turn it on. You still get the function of the lymphatic massage with just the tool while it's off. And again, you're just sliding along the orbital bone up to the temple. And again, across the face, for me, a big one is here along the bottom of the cheek, in the center of the brow area. And again, this is just with the slip from the hydrators and the eye cream. After you do the sheet mask too and do this, you'll have a lot of slip, but even this is just smoothly gliding along my skin and then under the jaw. In my SD program, they always emphasize everything kind of comes back to the temples. And then once you get to the temples, you slide it down. Is she lifted? Is she snatched? But yeah, lymphatic drainage is something that I think is really beneficial in the morning times if you have the ability to do so, especially when it comes to puffiness. For me, my puffiness is usually around my eye area after a night of drinking, after a night of like heavy sodium consumption. So like the nights my boyfriend and I decide like, oh, it's 11 p.m., but we're gonna have ramen. Next morning, puffy. Using a tool like this and manually stimulating the lymphatic system and moving that is really helpful to help decrease that puffiness in a more quick way. For me, Foreo products are always fun just in how they work and how they feel on the skin. Having that little wiggle action happening is just the most funny thing to me. And it's a very unique quality I haven't seen in any other skincare tool before. And it does feel like you're tapping along the under eye area with your fingers. This, you wouldn't think, but this is actually very stiff. And it does feel like there's fingers just pressing along that area, like gently tapping and massaging. The most unique sensation, but that paired with, again, the sonic pulsation just feels like a really nice soothing massage in the eye area, along the face. If you're doing full face lymphatic drainage, it's something you have to experience. And with frequent use of massaging the under eye area, you're going to be able to reduce the puffiness of the eye area. And in turn, it could help with the appearance of under eye bags. If like for me, my under eye bags are a result of my eyes looking very puffy. And as with all Foreo products, it's made with bacteria resistant silicone. It is rechargeable. One charge lasts you like 150 uses of this. And something that I don't think I've noticed with Foreo products is that they have a travel lock on this, because the idea is something like this is very portable. You can take with you when you travel. And again, after I travel, especially long haul flights, puffy, you just hold down the plus and minus buttons for 3 seconds and it locks it, and do the same thing to unlock it. That way it doesn't just randomly turn on while it's in your bag. The link for this is going to be down in the description box if you want to get that. So we are hydrated, we are massaged. At this point in the self-care routine, you're getting towards the last steps. And for me, that would be moisturization. Because I've gone in with a lot of hydrators, my skin feels very, very, very hydrated, very plush. I'm going to go with a light moisturizer. This one's from Purito. It's their Sea Buckthorn Vital 70 cream. I love Sea Buckthorn, especially for acne prone skin. This is just like a light gel moisturizer. You can see that just melts in. It's nothing too rich, too heavy, and it's going to sit nicely underneath our makeup. I'm going with moisturizer today, which I normally don't do for my morning routines because A, we're doing the most. B, I'm on Tret, so my skin's very dry. So I need that extra hydration, extra moisture. And C, we're also transitioning into fall now. It's actually really cold outside. And so I sometimes need to level up my moisture during the season change. And then we would go in with our sunscreen. As always, you can go in with whatever sunscreen you like. Again, if you want a more sensory experience, if you want to just really lock in that hydration and moisture with a very moisturizing sunscreen, whatever you want. I'm going to be going in with the one from Barr Cosmetics. This is their Centella Soothing Sun Essence. I just bought this off Yes Style. Really interesting about this is that the packaging is like paper. It's not plastic, so it's like really recyclable, but it feels very flimsy. But it's not. It just feels it. I'm like scared to use it. And whenever I do my skincare, especially with like emollient products like this, I always incorporate more massage into it. Any step of your skincare routine can be like self-care and self-indulgent. And then don't forget your lips. I'm going in with Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Balm in the shade Petal, because if your face is juicy, your lips gotta be juicy too. If it's not, it's imbalanced. It's not a fun look. And voila. With that, you have the more expanded, the unabridged morning routine, where the focus is really self-indulgence and TLC and self-care. We usually are in a rush in the morning. We don't have a lot of time to do the most in the morning, but finding time to incorporate a little bit of TLC in the morning, I think, is always important. It helps wake you up. It helps maybe set you up for the day a lot better. And even just taking 1 or 2 things out of this video to put into your morning routine, whether it is a cleanser that smells delicious or a nice little quick little under eye massage, because realistically that took what, maybe a minute and a half. Depuff your eyes so you don't look so in the morning. Doesn't take a lot, and I think there's always a moment to find that time for yourself every day or night, but why not in the day, you know? Let me know down below in the comment section what your favorite step of your morning routine is, or how you find self-care in the morning. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so that you know when I post more skincare, sunscreen, and Fenty related content on my channel. Give the video a thumbs up, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.